Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at comebacks people have accidentally said. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. At a family vacation, my grandmother was giving me grief for not remembering her birthday. I've never been good with birthdays. After telling me it was the password to her iPhone, she wanted me to take a picture with it, which is why I needed the password. While she was distracted, I opened up the settings, changed her password to my birth date, then set her phone down. 15 minutes later, she's trying to get into her phone and it's not working. Suspecting mischief, she grumpily asks if I've changed the password to her phone in front of our entire family. I admit that I did. Well, what is it? She asked impatiently. It's my birth date. She sat there in stunned silence for about 15 seconds, not being able to remember my birthday before our family exploded laughing. It was a good time. I love this one. Like, it's just kind of wholesome, you know? Like, everyone's laughing, everyone's happy, and it was a good joke. The tables have turned. We had an overly dramatic neighbor who always claimed she was sick and dying. My mom came in to see my kids in the middle of battling stage 4 lung cancer. The neighbor pulled her. Hi Rita, so glad to see you. Did Jason tell you that I am dying? My mom looked right at her, smiled and said, Me too, dear, but not today. Never more proud of her. Stay strong, okay? We believe in you. About 25 years ago, I was in grade 9 and my parents bought me a pair of Air Max. I'm a female, but I had picked a pair of Air Max that was supposed to be for males because I preferred the colors of the shoes. I was super pumped to get those shoes. We didn't have lots of money and it was a pretty extravagant purchase. Anyway, I was at our local shopping center and I ran into a group of guys I went to high school with. They were a real bunch of jerks that thrived on dumping on other people. One of the guys had on the same pair of shoes and said to me, Do you know you're wearing men's shoes? To which I quickly replied, Then why are you wearing them? The other guys pissed themselves laughing and it still stands out in my mind after all these years. Best comeback ever. I always admire people who can think of good comebacks or like is just naturally good at comebacks because I can't. I can only think of good comebacks when I go home, take a shower, and then I'm like, oh, I should have said that. This was back in my junior year of college. At the beginning of the semester, I was introducing myself to my very intimidating biochemistry professor. Guy was a genius. Students were all terrified to ask him questions because he was known for grilling people, and if they hadn't made enough effort beforehand, he'd send them out his office to learn on their own. As I walked into his office, he was sorting through some boxes and made a really sarcastic comment regarding stuffing me in the box and shipping it off somewhere. Why would you say that? He looked up for my response and I just blurted out without thinking, I wouldn't mind going somewhere nice. Dude laughed so hard it actually startled me a little. We got along pretty well for the remainder of the semester, so it all worked out really well. It's amazing what a little laughter can do to ease tension. That's crazy. I didn't expect that. It's so funny though, because when you never expect someone to laugh at something, they do. It's like, wow, I didn't know you found that sense of humor funny, but I guess you do. I don't know why, but I kind of feel bad for the professor. You know, like everyone sees him as some like mean dude, and then he just laughs like that. Maybe he's been hiding all his laughs. You know, like he wants to laugh, but no one makes him laugh. There's no way you're this much of a jerk naturally. You must go home and practice. I said this to a coworker who was throwing a fit and bullying a quieter coworker because he was pissed off. He had a habit of just being a giant douche anytime things didn't go his way. This comment pissed him off so much, he just stormed into his office and stayed there the rest of the day. Win for the rest of us. Good. Stay there and reflect on yourself. Like, you don't have to be mean to someone just because things aren't going your way. Why do you have to be mean to someone? It's so much harder to be mean to someone than to be nice, you know? Jeez. And you get more wrinkles when you frown, too. At work at a company meeting, someone was presenting something cool they volunteered to work on and finished. They then explained things they thought they could do better in a self-deprecating way, and a bunch of other people started railing into his work with petty criticism. It was definitely good work though, and a thought just hit me, so I blurted it out. Sometimes done is the best feature. A bunch of people laughed, and then the criticism stopped. People gave him kudos and we moved on. I was surprised this thought somehow came out fully formed, like it was some phrase I've been saying for decades. I guess I was just realizing how many people don't finish anything they start. So done suddenly seemed like a pretty good feature. Give the man some credit for finishing the thing. I totally agree. Like, as long as you tried and did your best at something, that's all that you can really do, you know? Like, even if you get like a bad result, just know that at least you tried and you put your best in it, but it just didn't turn out the way that you wanted it to turn out. And you can't help that, you know? That's just life. Just move on and learn from it, kind of thing. Go wait with mummy. Daddy might be going back to jail again. Guy pushed my 5-year-old daughter at the fish store and she started crying. When he heard me say that, he ran out of the store. I've never been to jail. Wow, what a threat, you know? Wow, what in the world? That's crazy. But seriously, that guy really pushed a 5-year-old girl. You're pathetic. That's the only person you can fight, a 5-year-old girl. Yeah, run, okay, run for your life. He was so scared when the guy was like, I'm gonna go to jail for this, but I don't care because I'm gonna protect my girl. I was crazy about this dude. He was intelligent, hot, funny, and a bit older. After a few weeks of dating, he said he wasn't ready for a commitment. I told him to come pick up his book from my place and not to reach out again as it hurt too much. I was that into him. So he comes to my apartment. I go to hand him the book and begin to shut the door. He puts his foot in the way to stop it and says, I don't know what to do. I'm not ready, but I can't stop thinking about you. Moving my hand off the door, I hand him the book anyways and said, then pick me up at 7. Anyways, now we're married. Wow, I didn't expect it to go there. I thought she was going to be like, get out. But wow, they got married. Yes, lead the way, girl, lead the way. Oh wow, that's amazing. Oh my gosh. I don't know why, but like, that's so cool. I was accused of being passive aggressive. I replied, which part sounded passive? I don't ever want to come across as passive. I'm just aggressive. There was this one extremely attractive girl in my Com 101 class in college. One day for a project where we interviewed other students, I was partnered with her. We ended up not finishing our questions in class, so I asked her if I could meet her somewhere to finish interviewing her. She said yes. Fast forward to the next day. I meet her after her dance group finishes rehearsal. I knock through the last few questions, and the final one which I ask is, what do you perceive the future to hold? She replies, I don't even know what I'm having for dinner tonight. I have no idea what the future holds. Oh my gosh. Relatable. So I say, well, if you don't know what you're having for dinner, do you want to have dinner with me? She laughed and said yes. And though we only hooked up that night, I still look back on that day as one of the best dating stories I've had yet. Oh, they hooked up that night? That night they got dinner? Well, they both have game. I had a surgery, and when I woke up, the nurse was really cute. So I started flirting with her, with no success. And I had a second surgery, and when I woke up, it was the same cute nurse. My first words to her were, how many surgeries do I have to have before I get your phone number? We've been married 8 years now. Oh, oh, how did I meet? Every single time they had a surgery, jeez. A long time ago, I was walking down a side street in a medium-sized town with my girlfriend. A car was parked ahead, with the front of the car facing us as we approached. I could see 2 kids, maybe in the late teens, and instantly could tell they were likely going to say something as my girlfriend was rather attractive. As soon as we come up next to them, I hear, hey baby, ditch the 0 and come hang with the hero. I could feel my blood boil, but I kept my cool and calmly said, sorry buddy, I'm not gay, and don't call my girlfriend a 0. The dude's friends started laughing at him, and my girlfriend made a sarcastic crying face, Then we both started to laugh. Yeah, sorry, I'm not into you that way. At a party a few years back, someone stole my friend's purse. Her boyfriend found the guy who took it and got it back for her, but he was still in an angry, drunken rage and was continuing to escalate the situation when he was well outnumbered. My friend finds me and says, "I'm afraid boyfriend is going to get into a fight. I need your help. Stop him, please." I stand up and I tell her, "I can't promise you I can stop him from fighting, but I can promise you I won't let him lose," before walking off to find him. Ultimately, no fight actually broke out, and I didn't realize that I had basically said a cheesy one-liner until after the fact when my friend told me how intense that line was. I didn't mean for it to sound so dramatic. I just wanted to let her know I wouldn't let him get his butt kicked. I didn't mean to make it sound like I was about to demolish 3 guys by myself, like I'm some sort of action hero. Oh my gosh, I love this. That sounds like a line straight out from a movie, honestly. Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!